Howdy folks, welcome back. Quick disclaimer, any images used in this video are for educational, non-profit purposes only. So let's get started. Here we are at the 21st of May in 2019 at 00 hours, and you can see Mercury right here is traveling, about to go back behind the sun. Over on this instrument there's a little gray box that they use to cover up the brightness of it so it doesn't blind the camera. So I'm going to put this loop into motion, and I want you to watch as Mercury goes back behind the sun. Then I want you to look over here and note that there's an object going back into the sun over on this side, either back behind the sun or into it on this side. So if this is Mercury over here, then this is more than Mercury. They can't use the excuse that this is Mercury because we got it over here going this way, and this is going the opposite direction that most planets go. So I want you to watch that for a second. Okay, I've freeze framed it here because I've noticed something else. I always look for curvature on the back side, like this little black line right here, and then there's a little black line curving this way on this side. So these two little curvatures right here, I want you to watch that, and I'm going to go forward a few frames and note how this thing stands still as ejecta off the sun goes past it, and this stands still. So there's next frame, and then gone. So we'll back up. And even here in this frame, you can see a white stripe here and a little white stripe here. So that it appears there's either some kind of cylindrical object or a round object or some kind of disc-shaped object here. And we'll go forward and backwards a few times. So there's more than just Mercury in this video. There's an object here, parked right there, and then another object over here going into the sun. Put it back into motion for you so you can see it again. So you can see this object entering, Mercury going back behind the sun, and this thing parked right there for a few frames. Okay, here this is the day before on the 20th as Mercury enters the frame and starts traveling back behind the sun. Now I want you to note how the sun reflects off of this planet nice and bright, and you can even make out the electromagnetic signatures of its rotation, these little arms spinning around coming off of it. So this is what a typical planet looks like as it goes back behind the sun. Then back to the 21st, as this object enters the sun, notice there's no arms, no brightness at all. Just the electromagnetic signature on this instrument of it entering the sun. And I believe the reason why we can't see these objects is because they bend or absorb light and they don't reflect light. Kind of like in this image here. This is a black looking planet, and you can only see it when it's illuminated from behind, leaving a dark patch, and it also casts a shadow across the sky. So some of these shadows that you guys are seeing of, these corpuscular rays coming out of the west at sunrise, when the sun's coming up in the east, or you see these rays coming out of the east at sunset when the sun's setting in the west, you're seeing rays like this in the clouds opposite the sun. It's because these planets or these objects are coming between us and the sun and casting these rays. And you can't see the actual thing itself because it's black and it's absorbing light. It can only be seen when it's illuminated from behind, like in this image, or if light, like off of a CME, gets draped over it and, outlines the outline of it. So just wanted to bring that to you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back with more. Love y'all. Bye.